You can't see it, but your body is already changing since your first dose of Ozempic. Quietly, no fireworks, no drama, deep down in the stillness of your cells and hormones, a new conversation begins. It's as if for the first time, your body, the same body you felt betrayed by, the one that left you hungry, tired, bloated, and trapped, finally stopped to listen. And suddenly, it feels like your body wants to cooperate. It's subtle but profound. You haven't lost weight yet. Your genes still fit the same way. But something changed. Something woke up. It's the beginning of a silent transformation, one that starts in your brain, your metabolism, your hormones, and your gut, and slowly begins to change everything. This isn't magic. It's biochemistry. And in this video, you will find out exactly what happens inside your body when you start taking Ozempic. As semaglutide enters the bloodstream, it travels silently until it finds GLP-1 receptors, those specific little locks scattered throughout the body waiting for the right key. And when that switch clicks, it triggers a signal that speaks directly to your brain: we are full. This happens even if you haven't eaten much. It's not a trick, it's your body learning a new language of fullness. Your brain begins to respond differently to things that previously had control over you: emotional hunger, binge eating, impulsive cravings. Those impulses that previously seemed impossible to resist begin to soften. Not in a dramatic way, but gently, as if switches were being turned off one by one. And in that space between desire and action, you find something new: choice. And that kind of choice feels like freedom. You realize it was never laziness or weakness, it was just your body sending the wrong signals. But now it's time to learn to speak with balance, calm, and clarity. In the emotional center of your brain, where your habits, desires, and comfort zones live, Ozempic begins to reconnect things. It reduces overactivation of your brain's reward system, the one that used to scream for sugar when you were stressed, tired, or sad. Suddenly, the food loses control. This emotional bond with food, built on guilt and relief, begins to break. Your dopamine, the feel-good chemical, changes your focus. You begin to find satisfaction not in overeating, but in feeling light, in seeing progress, in having control. And that kind of satisfaction brings no shame. Instead, it brings peace. Your thoughts seem clearer. Your mood is more stable. The brain, no longer hijacked by sugar highs and emotional crashes, begins to breathe. And in that breath, you feel the most powerful thing of all: hope. I hope real change is possible, that it's not too late, that you are not broken. Meanwhile, your metabolism, that misunderstood and abused system, begins to recalibrate itself like a clock that finally tells the right time. As insulin sensitivity improves, your body stops producing so much insulin, and that alone changes everything. You no longer store fat as if you were preparing for starvation. Your blood sugar stabilizes. Energy is used more efficiently. You stop hitting. You stop wishing. You feel more alive. You wake up with less desire to snack. You don't need 3 cups of coffee to stay awake. There's a new stability in your body, like a silent engine running smoothly in the background, and that steadfastness opens the door to a new kind of transformation, one that isn't just physical. It's about how you show up in your life: focused, energized, light. For the first time in a long time, your body feels like an ally, not an obstacle. And deep within your well-being, where so many people forget to look, your instinct is also changing. Ozempic slows how quickly food leaves your stomach. This means you stay fuller for longer, not just physically, but mentally. You're not obsessed with your next meal. You are not chasing the next desire. You are calm, and this calm gives your gut time to recover. Years of stress, poor diet, and inflammation may have thrown your microbiome out of balance, but now the good bacteria are starting to thrive again. You feel less bloated, less cramps, better digestion. And this change doesn't just stop in your belly. Your gut is your second brain, produces serotonin. It affects your mood, regulates your immunity. So as your gut heals, your mind heals too. You feel lighter emotionally, more balanced, more whole. And for the first time, your body begins to feel at home. Then, like a ripple effect, your hormones begin to come into harmony. Leptin, the hormone that tells you when you're full, is finally being listened to. Insulin drops. Cortisol, the stress hormone that makes you hungry and stores belly fat, starts to calm down. Your body stops reacting in panic and starts responding in peace. You no longer eat out of anxiety. You eat with intention. Your hunger becomes a whisper, not a scream. Your menstrual cycle may stabilize. Or if you're going through menopause, you may start to feel more centered, as if the extremes have softened. You are no longer wavering between exhaustion and irritation. There is balance, rhythm, ease, and that changes everything. Because when your hormones find their natural rhythm, you find yours too. You feel aligned, like you're finally moving with your body instead of against it. And one day, without even realizing it, you see yourself in the mirror. And it's not just your body that has changed. It's the woman inside. The woman who is hiding beneath the exhaustion, the food guilt, the frustration. She's there now, brighter eyes, glowing skin, softer smile. And it's not just about weight. It's a question of lightness, about trust, about knowing that you are no longer stuck in a cycle that didn't belong to you. Ozempic hasn't changed who you are. It simply removed the noise, the confusion, the chaos that was never yours to bear. And in that silence, you hear the most beautiful sound of all, your own voice, rising again, saying yes, change is happening. Yes, your body is working with you. And yes, you are finally free to become everything you ever wanted to be.